All right, so what is up? It's about 10 subscribers. This is going to be a trade recap video from Wednesday, May 1st. Pretty much today was a decent day, not too bad. Went 1 for 2. So I won a trade and I lost a trade. This is the overall P&L for the day, just right around $365. So my win was, well, I had a loss. I took my loss first, which was on Tesla. I'll be going over that in a second, which put me down around $400, and then made it back later in the day, taking another trade that made me win. So $700. So pretty much netted $365. But yeah, let's get into the two trades that I took. So let me go through the loss first. So I took the loss on Tesla. This was going to be in the morning. That is not Tesla. So pretty much I took this trade in the morning around, I think kind of towards the beginning of the day. Yeah, so pretty much what I was looking at here was literally what happened. Let me explain it, right? So first thing I see is the opening print, right? The first 5 minutes pretty much we actually opened up pretty weak compared to the rest of the market, right? A lot of the markets were pretty much gapped up today, but Tesla was actually down pre-market. So we did open up pretty negative here on Tesla, but the first 5 minutes I noticed that we did immediately print a pretty big candle. I think it was like a 2% candle to the upside, pretty much gapping up towards, not gapping up, but making a move towards these pre-market highs here that we printed here. So we did make a pretty strong move in the open, which looked like it wanted to reverse that negative weakness that we had. So I was looking to play more of a continuation to the upside play here, hoping that we were going to take out these lows and just kind of reverse throughout the day. So first thing I did is I took an early entry here. As you can see, I think I was using the VWAP at this time. So I took the VWAP as we were retesting it on the 15-minute, or on the 15 minutes later, right? So we had that 5-minute break through that VWAP to the pre-market highs. We would consolidate the next couple minutes, right? For the next 20 minutes, we consolidate, print out this little bull flag here. As you can see, we were holding VWAP. So I took the entry, a little early entry. Usually you want to see it break. I usually wait for a confirmation for it to like break through this to then take it here, right? You would take it here normally and then play the continuation. But I took an early entry here, ended up getting stopped out on this next red candle here. That pretty much made me have a little bit more of a bigger loss than usual, right? This was kind of a bigger size candle to the downside. So took a bigger loss than normal. And then you can see that it did end up reversing back to exactly where I was, wanting it to go, which sucks, but it does happen. So that was the loss this morning. And then let me go through, how do I delete this though? So that was my loss. And then today on the win, all right, I took a win on the JP Morgan. I took longs here on this, right? As you can see, let me go to the daily time frame first. All right, so if we look at the daily time frame, I did have this on watch today. Oh my God, where is this at? Oh, here we go. Okay, so today I had JP Morgan on watch at this 245 spot. We were pretty much trading sideways for the last week, pretty much just not moving at all after this big move up to from these lows here. We're trading sideways. We're getting kind of tight here with the moving averages. So I did look at the I did look at the calls here. If we can get above this resistance spot at 245, we did have a lot of struggles getting over that spot. So I knew if we could break through that spot, we can probably have a good move to the upside. So if we go look at it, this is the daily time frame. So if we go look down to the 5-minute, is where I took the entry. All right, we took the entry on the 5. As you can see, we broke over on the 5-minute here. We did have a 5-minute kind of bull flag forming here. So I took this later in the day. I took this around, what time was it at? So around like 10, 11 o'clock, or no, 11 o'clock, 11:55. So I took this around 11:55 or 10:55. Sorry. I took around 10:55, and as you can see, we broke through. We had a lot of volume kick in here, right on that that 5-minute candle here. Had a lot of volume kick in here, as you can see, and then just rode it to the upside, and then eventually it was like a 60% win. So it eventually stopped out as we were starting to trend sideways, while our contracts were kind of moving, kind of losing value here as the stock was moving sideways. It did end up kind of going up a little bit more and made a new high, but eventually just came down. It didn't really make, I think the most it could have made was like 90, maybe 100%. But anyways, I took the 6% win. Was decent. It was good move enough. So yeah, those were the 2 trades that I took today. Not too bad. But yeah, stay tuned for the next one. Peace.